Chinese social media app RedNote is number one as the TikTok ban looms. Meta admits it deleted links to decentralized Instagram competitor Pixelfed. And Sonos CEO Patrick Spence is out after the horrible app launch. It's Tuesday, January 14th, and this is Engadget News. With TikTok likely just days away from being banned in the U.S., the app's users are pushing some previously little-known apps to the top of Apple and Google's stores. The app that has so far seemed to benefit the most is a Chinese social media app called RedNote, or Xiaochongshu, which translates to Little Red Book. The TikTok-like app for short-form video is currently the number one app in Apple's App Store and is in the 34th spot in Google's Play Store. RedNote has been gaining popularity as many TikTok creators have begun posting about their experiences trying out the Chinese app. Meanwhile, over on RedNote, a number of creators have shared videos about welcoming TikTok refugees to the service. The app is set up very much like TikTok, with the ability to vertically scroll through feeds of short-form videos based on your interests. Much of the app's interface is in Chinese, so it can be a bit confusing to navigate, though there are some helpful videos on TikTok that explain how to change the app's language to English. While RedNote seems to have come out of nowhere, the app has been popular in China for years. CNBC reports that the more than decade-old app is seen as a challenger to ByteDance's Douyin and e-commerce giant Alibaba, with about 300 million users. RedNote is not the only app that's been boosted by anxious TikTok users. Another ByteDance app, Lemonade, is also trending in both Apple and Google's stores, where it's in the second and first spot, respectively. But while TikTok itself has at times boosted the app, Lemonade will likely face the same fate as TikTok should the Supreme Court side with the Biden administration, which seems likely. Meta appeared to be blocking links to Pixelfed, a decentralized photo-sharing platform, on Facebook. That's according to both users on Blue Sky and 404 Media. A small group of posts that linked to pixelfed.social was deleted, with Facebook's community standards on spam used as a justification. When asked to comment, a Meta spokesperson said removing the posts was a mistake and that they would be reinstated. Pixelfed runs on the ActivityPub protocol and is part of the wider Fediverse of decentralized posting platforms. It functions a lot like Instagram in its ability to let you share, like, and comment on images, but because it's on ActivityPub, your posts could show up in other apps or be ported to entirely different takes on photo sharing if you want. Meta is slowly adopting parts of ActivityPub into Threads, which makes it possible to post to Threads and Mastodon at the same time, for example. The timing of these deletions is enough to make anyone suspicious. Meta just announced pretty dramatic changes to how it plans to moderate speech on its platforms. The company decided to end both its third-party fact-checking program and change its hateful conduct policy last week. The company's loosening standards now allow for speech that would be defined as hateful under any normal circumstance. Based on what Wired was able to dig up, it's not unreasonable to imagine users might consider jumping ship to an alternative like Pixelfed in response, and the platform did share on Saturday that it was seeing unprecedented levels of traffic to pixelfed.social. It's also not unreasonable to imagine the new right-leaning Meta might preemptively block its competitors, just like X did with links to Mastodon and Substack. Sonos CEO Patrick Spence is stepping down from the company after 8 years on the job. That's according to Bloomberg. This follows last year's disastrous app launch, in which a redesign was missing core features and was broken in nearly every major way. The company has tasked Tom Conrad to steer the ship as interim CEO. Conrad is a current member of the Sonos board, but was a co-founder of Pandora, VP at Snap, and product chief at, wait for it, the short-lived video streaming platform Quibi. He also reportedly has a Sonos tattoo. The board has hired a firm to find a new long-term leader. As for Spence, he'll be just fine. His payout package includes $7,500 per month until June, a cash severance of $1.9 million, and his unvested shares in Sonos will vest. He was with Sonos for more than a decade. The decision to swap leadership comes after months of turmoil at the company. It rolled out a mobile app back in May that was absolutely rife with bugs and missing key features like alarms and sleep timers. Some customers even complained that entire speaker systems would no longer work after updating to the new app. It was a whole thing. Now, Sonos tried to win back customer trust by extending the manufacturer warranty for home speaker products and creating an advisory board that would provide the company with feedback and insights from a customer perspective to help shape and improve software and products before they were launched. That did not ease the financial burden faced by the company. The stock price fell by around 13%, and Sonos laid off about 100 people back in August as it tried to fix the software, and revenue fell 16% in the fiscal fourth quarter, which ended September 28th. Analysts project an additional 15% decline throughout the holiday period. Thanks for listening. This episode featured journalism from Carissa Bell, Ian Carlos Campbell, and Lawrence Bonk, and was voiced and produced from the boutique sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.